So Keke Palmer's baby's daddy or boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, he doesn't have a right to voice his opinion about her outfit or how she dresses or how she behaves in public because he doesn't have a ring on it. That's many of the excuses and the comments that I've read from people that, oh, he doesn't have a ring on it, so he doesn't own it. But it's okay for him to sleep around, bang her up, knock her up without putting a ring on it. Like, that's okay. But when he voiced his opinion about her behavior and the way she dressed in public, he needs a ring. I've seen some comments and some videos of people saying, put a ring on it. You don't own it because you don't have a ring on it. But he can sleep with her, bang her around, bang her up, and knock her up without a ring. You guys not even addressing the fact that he doesn't have a ring on it, but yet he sleeps with it and he gave her baby. But for him to address his opinion or voice his opinion and concern about her outfit and how she dressed and conduct herself as a young lady, everybody say, oh, you're not married to her, you don't have a ring on it. You see the Western society, you see how their minds are so twisted. The morals and the value of the Western world and how the women have degraded and denigrated themselves. And then the same people, women will say, respect me. Give me freedom, give me liberty. Women, ladies, I'm not knocking Keke Palmer. I have nothing against her personally, but I'm just concerned about the issue that how can we say he doesn't own her and he has to put a ring on it before he can voice his opinion how she conducts herself and how she dresses in public. But we're not concerned with the fact that they are living together, sleeping together like husband and wife, having baby without him putting a ring on it. So it's okay to sleep with her and make babies with her without putting a ring on it. But it's not okay for him to voice his opinion of how she conducts herself. Is that your moral judgment? Is that your moral compass? Is that what the Western world has come to? Anyway, this is Dagnet. Thank you for subscribing. The African blogger. I appreciate, and yes, I'm in Africa. I appreciate your subscription and your comment and everything. The thumbs up, the thumbs down, bring it. You like, you dislike, let's discuss, bring it. Yes, I want to discuss the issue with Keke Palmer and her baby. Is it baby's daddy or boyfriend or however your living partner? Two issues I want to address. Number one, the society that we live in. There are a bunch of hypocrites, or they have no more moral compass or value or judgment, no more. That people are upset and angry at the fact that he made a statement about the way she dressed and how she conducts herself. And he has an issue with that, and he voiced his concern. Everybody's after him. I've even saw some videos and some comments of people saying, you don't own it, and if you want to own it, you got to put a ring on it. But they forgot the fact that, okay, he needs to put a ring on it, to own it, to voice his opinion. But he didn't put a ring on it to give her baby. Are we getting it? So it's okay for them to sleep together and have babies and live together like husband and wife without him putting a ring on it. But when he voiced his opinion about how she dresses and how she conducts herself in public, and he's saying, you're not married, you didn't put a ring on it, but you're okay with that part that they're living together, not married, having children. You're okay with that. You see the society, how it's so twisted. My second issue is with him. Now he wants the whole world to look at him as a man with great morals and values and standards and judgment, and he have issues the way she dress, the way she conduct herself. I mean, you know the woman is from Hollywood. You know what kind of standards and values and morals women in Hollywood have? None. Yes, I said it. Because women in Hollywood, the more you are half naked, they praise you, they exalt you, they will defend you at all costs. You get promoted more and more, you'll be trending. Just strip yourself butt naked and you become an idol and a celebrity, and they all will love you. Yes, you're going to call me auntie, and yes, I'm an auntie. But when I was young, in those days, at those age, in my 20s and 30s, I did the same thing, but I didn't know any better. And I had women that was in their 40s and 50s at that time when I was younger. That's how they were dressing. So now you can see. Okay. Now, once I hit 35 and above, I begin to realize those are not nice ways for a young lady to really carry herself. For a young lady to conduct herself and she won't respect, that's not how you should carry yourself. To be quite honest, everything half naked, everything short, everything tight, everything. I'm not saying I dress like a nun and I cover myself from head to toe with is it hijab? That's not how I dress. But I definitely don't dress the way Keke Palmer and the rest of them, or the way I used to in my 20s. Now I have more sense. Now let me get back to the young man. Now he has an issue of how Keke Palmer dresses and stuff. But first of all, you met the woman, you know she's in Hollywood, as I said earlier. You know Hollywood standards of women, how they dress and stuff. They go half naked, or some of them completely butt naked. And the more naked you are, the more you become famous. As Kim Kardashian. Nah, number one. Number two, sir, it's like you want to set a high moral standards for Keke Palmer to live by, but you yourself not living by it. Because if you are a man of real high moral and standards and values and judgment, you would not have lived with a woman, get her pregnant, sex her up without putting a ring on it. So the people are telling you put a ring on it to own it. So you yourself, sir, you didn't put a ring on it to lay up with it and give it baby, but now you want to tell her how to dress. You see the hypocrisy, you see the confusion, you see the dichotomy, you see the mess. You see the mess? I'm not judging you, but I'm just laying it down. Let's all of us see. You want to tell the woman how to dress, and she's not dressing appropriately according to your standards, your moral standards and judgment. People and some people are hailing you and say, "Oh, he's a man of standards and judgment." Well, if you're so much of a man with standards and morals and values and standards, he would have first proposed, secondly, get married, thirdly, moving together, fourthly, have a baby. He didn't do any of those, but he want to preach to her about morality when he knocking her up, sleeping with her outside the wedlock. You see now, some of the people came for you. In all fairness, they have some right to come for you. Granted, I agree with some of your statement, but I question where is that statement coming from when you yourself didn't choose to marry the woman? Unless you asked to marry her and she said no behind the scene. And if she did say no behind the scene, then you should carry on then. Unless you really wanted to be married to a Hollywood lady and get the fame and fortune and accolades you're getting. I don't know. But I don't hate you. I don't hate Keke Palmer. I'm just voicing my opinion like everybody else. You can like it or don't like it. You can agree or disagree. It's okay. But don't forget, you must subscribe. Invite, share, and leave your comments below. I appreciate that. This is Dagnet, the African blogger. Yes, coming live from Africa. Yes, what's up? I recently relocated from the US back home after 30 plus years. I will sit down one day and do some video part 1, part 2, part 3 while I relocated. I appreciate all your subscription, all the new subscribers and the returning one. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.